be on job creation and economic development. Why? Because we want you to graduate and stay here in our city. So it is very important that we make sure that we are doing what you need for our city.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Belser, and I also am born and raised here in the city of Savannah, and attended all public schools, and went to Beach Junior and graduated of Savannah High for 4 years, then went to the University of Georgia, Phi Beta Kappa graduate from there, interned with Senator Sam Nunn in Washington, D.C., and went to Mercer Law School on scholarship and came back here to practice law for 25 years. I'm an attorney. What qualifies me best to be your next mayor? And there are people up here that are qualified. That's not the issue here. I'm 49 years old, and I've already been elected twice and served as your alderman at large, 4 years and then 4 years for the entire city. I'm in touch with you. I know you. And more importantly, the status quo is not working. 10% unemployment and 25% poverty is not a roadmap to success. It's going to take new vision, new leadership. I'm asking you to go forward with Belser. My plan is called A Just Savannah. It stands for job creation, unification of the races, a safer Savannah, and trust. Trust has to be restored in public officials. You have got to be able to turn on the TV and trust that we are spending your money wisely and that we are improving the quality of life for you here in Savannah. I will do that as your next mayor. Thank you.
Now we have the general themes and general pieces of our candidates. The next question comes closer to what plans do you have to make Savannah more attractive permanent residence or location for recent college graduates? So these people who are from out of town, they come here to go to school. It's somewhat of a college town, but still this tourist town. How do you plan to make it more a comfortable place for them to want to stay and live their lives and have a quality life here in Savannah? And what we'll do is decide what this goes from here.
All right. Making Savannah a more comfortable place has to do with the quality of life and making it a safer city and making it a place where you can get the best job that you can get right here. You don't have to go somewhere else. I know from Savannah State you can go anywhere. That's the motto, but we want you to stay here. We want you to be able to stay in a great city like this. This isn't anywhere USA, it's Savannah. You won't find this kind of urban forest and these kind of squares and parks and all those great things. But what it also has to be is a place where you can have some entertainment, where you can let your hair down, you can have fun, even if you are 18 to 21. We need to revisit that. There are things that we should be allowing young people, young adults to do. I know that. I've heard you. I've listened to you. So that's part of you staying in Savannah. But the job creation, a safer Savannah, and a good place to live where you will feel like you are a part of the fabric of a city that is growing and that takes into consideration what you want. That's what's important. And that's the kind of person I am. I'm an attorney, I'm an advocate, I listen to you, and I will speak up and make sure that Savannah becomes that kind of place where you want to stay and live. Thank you.
We want you to stay in the city of Savannah, but what we need to do is to get you involved now, not after you graduate from this wonderful university. We have to get students to serve on the various committees so we will know what your expectations are for the city. We have to provide more internship programs for students so that they can move from the internship right into the employment status. Not only that, I feel that we have to be more actively involved with you now at this level so that you will know what we're about and what you need to do to live here in our city. The quality of life here on this campus is excellent, but we have to make sure that we provide that same type of quality of life out in the community. But the one thing that I feel that we need to do, we need to listen to you. What do you want? What do you see that is missing here in this community? How do we correct it? it means working together and partnering together so that we can provide the kind of services so you too can be proud of the fact that this is Savannah and it's our city. That is what we want from you and what I will provide for you.
My grandson is sitting over here. I guess a senior, junior, whatever. I don't know. Well, he's supposed to be a senior. But the point is that we had this discussion, what is life after college? And this discussion has been going on in this city for many, many years. Many of the graduates and my friends who graduated from Savannah State and Armstrong had to leave Savannah to find a job. They're now retired and coming back here to live. The problem we have to do is create an atmosphere that everyone can do something in Savannah. And what I mean by that, we're going to have to upgrade the educational system in this community, which we're working on. I see Dr. Gilliard here. We also have to deal with an atmosphere of togetherness in this community. And the reason why I say that, we have to be able to attract investors to come and put their plants here. We also have to deal with retaining those individuals who are already here. That is what we have to do. Gulfstream America is out there. We had to work and put Georgia Tech out there because Gulfstream wanted to bring their employees here so that they could have a place for the young engineers to get graduate courses. We did that. The city has to work to put certain incentives to attract individuals here to make you have the opportunity to get here. Unfortunately, that does not happen in this community. We have rewired the city so everyone can get on Wi-Fi. We've done everything we possibly can, but we don't have the facilities. It's my time up. Okay, I'll come back to that later. Okay, thank you.
And real quick before you move on, I want to interject real quick. In order for us, like, for a college student, like, to keep it somewhat relevant and real, the issue we're dealing with as permanent residents in Savannah is this idea of people talk about who are from out of town, they're like Chathamites, and then it's like, it's Chathamite, they act like they don't know what Chathamite is. And it's not used in a positive sense, it's Chathamite. I think underlying that question is the idea of the perception of Savannah and the hometown, and whether I want to make this my hometown, and what would make me want to do that. So I just want to throw that out there, and maybe we can.
Can we start back again?
Yeah, just want to cite something.
Okay.
Not Chathamite.
Thank you so much. Inclusion. We want to keep you here. There have been times when we graduate people from college and they leave because they can't find a job in their field. It took my daughter 5 years to find a job in her field here in Savannah. We are from Savannah. Her major's in biology here at Savannah State, but it took her 5 years. We need to develop a regional educational consortium. We need to work with state and local governments, area colleges and universities, corporations, and businesses. We need to have a positive impact on the education and educational opportunities here in Savannah. I have 3 goals. One is to develop a strategy to take higher education to train highly skilled workers. We also need to retrain unemployed workers. And if you need extra skills and extra training, we will pair you with those businesses in your field so that while you are here in college, you will be able to go to a job, a business, and be working. So when you graduate, you will already have the skills, the experience in your fields. How many times people tell you you don't have the experience, but you have your degree? I care about this institution. That's why when I was in the General Assembly, I brought back to Savannah over $17 million to Savannah State for instruction to research. All told, when I served in the General Assembly for Savannah State, there were billions of dollars that was brought to this institution because I care and we want to keep you here.
First, let me say how impressed I am with all the facilities here at Savannah State University. Every time I come here, there's something new. And it's, you know, if I was a student here, I'd want to stay here and go to graduate school. I wouldn't want to leave after I graduated from college. But it's a beautiful campus, and like I said, every time I come here, something new, something better, just like this auditorium. we're gonna bring good paying jobs here to Savannah for these students who are graduating here. We're gonna work with Savannah Economic Development Authority, we're gonna work with the Chamber of Commerce, and we're gonna work with the big industries here in Savannah, like JCD, who is now hiring an additional 200 jobs. Gulfstream, who's hiring more jobs here. There's work here for people that want to do it, and I think Savannah State graduates are qualified to take these jobs, and I'm going to work for you to make sure you get these jobs. Thank you.
What will make you stay and want to call Savannah your home? You want a safe, clean environment, huh? You want a neighborhood that you can walk down the street late at night, walking your poodle, huh? And your children. And you want good schools, huh? Do we want good schools? You're going to a good school now. A lot of these flunkies coming out of the high schools with the benefit of 12 years of education require another year of remedial instruction in college. You know, this is big money, where it's cheaper to send our children to private schools than it is to let the public schools run the programs. Honestly, look at the numbers. We've got some serious problems, and it's been going on for too long. Year after year after year, we expect better. The more money we put into these programs, the more taxes we pass for education, for classrooms, for projectors, for computers. What were we doing before all these computers? We were building satellites, putting men on the moon. We had people building computers before there were computers. Well, look it up. It's the truth. I'm not going to tell you any story. What's going to keep you here? An environment that creates wonderful opportunities, good paying jobs, safe communities, and clean environment.
All right, the next question moves a little closer to home, and it's a political question, but it's politicized through, I guess, a college lens, right? And we see Savannah as being like, again, this tourist city, and a lot of things to do for people to come here as tourists, but the city passed an ordinance requiring patients to be 21 years old or older to enter most clubs in the city. What options will you propose to create opportunities for local college students to enjoy city life if they are under 21? And a lot of times students say, come to Savannah, you know, it's good if you don't love Savannah until you're 21 or older. So how does that work with people who are under 21 and the things they try to enjoy within the city? Start down here.
Well, I'm glad you asked this question, because as I grew up in this town, I was a musician, and I still am. I played gospel in the church. I'm a drummer. And I played in all these clubs around town. There were many opportunities for musicians to play jazz, play the blues, play rock, play soul, play country, play this, play that, all over town. Now it's been replaced with karaoke and many other fun things that we all enjoy. Yes, I was 16 years old, and that was perfectly legal. And it should still be legal today. I'm saying 18 and above is fine. Now, how will we go about doing that? I know the reasons why the restrictions were put into place, and I don't agree with them. A lot more thought and feedback from the community should have been absorbed and leveraged in these decisions that were made. Security officers on each floor of every club according to capacity. We will have officers that number equal in proportion to the number that the club will hold for such an event. So I am all in favor of 18 and above in the clubs under those certain conditions.
Maybe on that clapping jar in the club somehow. That's what I'm
When this present administration took office, it was allowable for teens, college-age students to go into clubs. They couldn't drink, but they could enjoy the music, they could dance, whatever. This administration has decided that they can't come into these clubs. Only people 21 years or older. When we take office next January, we're going to change that. We're going to allow what was allowed before for kids college kids to go into these places. And even though they can't drink, they can still enjoy it. And I think it's a shame that some of these ordinances have come about because the young kids have no place to go. I mean, if they want to go dance somewhere, they can't do it. That'll all change when we take office, and I promise you that we will make sure that these kids have a place to go. Maybe they can't drink, but they can enjoy the music, they can enjoy the surroundings, and I will strive to repeal these onerous ordinances that this administration has put into place. Thank you.
Who are we kidding? Let's not kid yourselves. You can drink any way you want to drink. You know that. You can have access to get it anytime you want to, even cigarettes, even drugs. I am a mother of 4 and a grandmother of 8.